What's going on, folks? Projects. So, show you what I've been up to here lately. Last week or so, I've been trying to thin my 5 acres of woods out. It's pretty dense, so I'll spin you around. Anyway, my 5 acres is pretty dense, and I'm trying to clear it out to allow a little more grass to grow and to, of course, bring in some money for the farm account. So I've been a logging, and this is a pretty good hole. It's like I said, it's down in my holler, and it's probably a 50-foot elevation drop total from the up on the hill. So you'll notice a lot of these logs are small and different lengths and whatnot, which doesn't really matter. Most of these logs are going to go to my cousin. My cousin owns Ozark Mountain Firewood. He's going to buy scrag logs, coal logs, to turn into firewood. He runs them through a processor, and then he's got a kiln. He'll kiln dry them, and then he sells them to gas stations and hardware stores and all that stuff. So that's the reason why there's a great deal of size difference and length difference. So some of them I'm going to turn into lumber for my lowboy trailer. Needs deck boards on it, and my trailer has pine boards on it. I eventually want to switch to oak, so I'm going to run some oak through for 18 footers, and then I've got to run some oak through for 14 footers for the lowboy. So I'll show you the hill that I'm been down in. I've been using the skid steer and the crane, and I've latched onto a couple of logs that old crane just did not want to drag. So as you can see, we got a lot more light in here. Probably still going to drop a few more trees. I was thinking maybe anything that was less than 20 foot apart, drop one of them, but I may end up having to extend that out a little bit, depending on how I feel when I get in here and get a little bit of it cleaned up. So I'm standing on one elevation drop. Like I said, it's probably, it's probably 30 foot from ground to the top of that hill right there. And then you go over here, and it is another drop, probably, it may be another 30 down into the bottom here. So I've got this great big oak down here. The stump of it's right there. I call it great big. It's pretty good size, but the stump of it's right there, and it's probably 2 foot across or something like that. A lot of the oaks were logged out of here a couple of years before I bought the place, so there was a lot of white oaks that were logged out. But these are good logs. These are pretty good logs for what's left in here and what they left. So I've got to get these drug out. It's supposed to rain most of this weekend, and I'd really like to take the butt log and possibly that log to the mill to get those cut up. And I'd really like to get the tops pulled out of here and get those cut off to be able to go into my pile for the firewood run. I'm not gonna have enough of a load yet, because I'm gonna load my dump truck and the lowboy whenever I go down. So I'll load dump truck and lowboy, so I don't quite have enough yet for a full load, but it's getting there. It's getting there. A lot of these logs are really heavy. These oaks are heavy. I've got a lot of hickory. I've got a few other things, probably might be some ash through here somewhere, but most of it's oak and hickory. So yeah, it'll be nice to get some money in the farm account. and get some of this cleaned out. I've still got, let's see, I'm at about a third of the way. Yeah, exactly, damn near a third of the way across my property. So it goes, and of course it's pitched down the same way all the way across, and then there's that hump, another hump, and I think 2 more humps over across there to the fence. So I've got another 660 feet that I've got to log that way. And it's been fun because my property line is right there, and dropping these trees, you gotta, I'm not claiming to be a logger, although as a kid I did a lot of logging, a lot of firewood cutting, tree dropping, stuff like that. But it's been years, you know, I've done it here and there over the last, you know, however long. But I don't claim to be a logger, but I do know a little bit what I'm doing. The bad thing is I'm doing it alone. I don't really have anybody to help. Old lady works odd shifts and all that stuff, and she's got other stuff going on. But you know, a lot of my trees like that one there's got a bad spot. At least I think it's a bad spot. Yeah, I mean, that's got a bad spot. It's starting to die. So we're gonna try to cull out any of the trees that are dying, and then of course anything that's you know, closer than 20 feet at least. Anything that's close to 20 feet from another tree is one of them's getting cut down. So yeah, anyway, it's supposed to rain this weekend, off and on all weekend, I think. So I'm going to try to get to work, and I want to get that log out of there, but I don't know if my crane's going to pull it by itself. I may have to have that cousin come up here with his log skidder and drag that out for me. I could probably bring the pickup down here with the receiver hitch skidder, or the receiver hitch winch. I've got a 12,000 pound winch, and I could double line it, and I can double line the crane, but I'm gonna have to back the crane. I really can't get it past here. If I get it past here, that crane's going over the edge. So I'm gonna probably have to back it up against a tree to keep it from pulling the crane down the hill. And I've got 120 foot of, I want to say that's 3/4 or 7-inch cable on it. So I've got more cable than I've got winch. I don't remember what that winch is capable of. I think 10,000. So yeah, I really want to get those two out of here and try to get some of the top up out of here. If not, I'll have to deal with it later. I really don't want to bug the neighbor by having to drive through his pasture and pick some of this stuff up over the fence. I just don't like to bug folks, but it is looking nice in here as far as sunlight. It's going to be real nice in here. Guy might want to build a house in here eventually. Of course, that'll probably be on a new owner, 'cause I may end up selling this place and finding me a bigger place. But yeah, it's got some nice trees. Got some real nice trees. It'll do its thing, produce a little bit. I'll probably make, I don't know, $3 grand off of what I got in here. I think he's paying like 45 bucks a ton, and I would say probably, I'd say probably 4 of these bigger logs will probably make a ton. So when you add all the others in, and this is just, I've got some logs up on the hill still yet I've already taken up with the skid steer. I'm probably going to bring the trailer down. I'll have to cut my corner bigger where the crane's sitting. I'll have to cut that corner bigger to get the trailer around, but I think I'm going to bring the trailer down here and load them on the trailer. I was going to try to skid them up with the crane truck, or bring the dump truck down here, load them into the dump truck and haul them out. But like I said, that's a pretty good grade. I have no doubt the dump truck will pull it. But boy, I'd hate to lose brakes and end up down over the hill. So I was thinking about bringing my trailer down here, skid steer, load them onto the trailer, lock the truck in low, 4 low, and run them up the hill. I was going to use the crane, but that crane's clutch is kind of iffy right now. It's a pretty old truck, and I've used it and used it and used it, so it may need a clutch before long. So anyway, yeah, I gotta run up and get some gasoline and see if I can't get some stuff done before it gets dark on me. So thanks for watching, guys.